Hello, you beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to your Aquarius video and welcome to Aquarius by Aquarius. I'm your host, Colleen, and I'm creating this video for you on December 2nd or 3rd, 2025. Keep in mind, tarot is timeless. I'm only giving you the date. That way you know I don't repost. And if you do like my videos, I post at least 2 fresh videos every single day. One at 6 p.m. and one at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Florida time in the U.S. And if you like to chat and hang out with people, my 10:30 p.m. video always comes with a live chat, okay? And you can get in there and hang out. It's a great group of people. We get in there, we just, I don't know, we support each other, we cut up, it's like a, it's like a little clique. We just get in there. It's like hanging out at the club, okay? But you gotta have to BYO because there's no alcohol, okay? Anyways, so I don't know exactly what's going to come out. My evening video is pretty strong, very strong. But anyway, this reading, I don't know what's going to come out. Before I do start your actual reading, I want to be the first person to tell you guys that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you and the divine values you. And thank you so much for being here and hanging out. So, you got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction. You have pay attention to red flags and trust. All right. All right. Pay attention to red flags. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. All right. And chemistry. So, that's interesting. 2 cards of trust. Well, a card of trust and chemistry, and then something about red flags. So I will see what other energies, because that could be another energy completely separate from this. Then we have Merlina. It says, if you're confused and decisive, it's because you don't have enough information. Do some research or seek expert advice before making a decision. All right. So that would tell you, that would be more like this. Pay attention to the red flags. All right. If something doesn't sit right with you, go look it up if you can, or try to find information about it. Or if there's only some information that's come to you, give it a little bit of time and see if you get the answers that way. But I feel these are 2 different energies, honestly. Pay attention to the red flags and confusion, and then trust and chemistry. So I'm also hearing that okay. I'm also hearing that there is a connection here, okay? Chemistry and trust. But someone might be suspicious of it. Like, why am I so into them? Did they put a love spell on me? That's just an analogy. I'm not saying that. But that's like somebody might think there's a red flag because they're like so into someone. And like, did they do something to me? But maybe it's just the connection, because, it does say trust. It does say chemistry. So someone might question why they feel a certain way about somebody. Okay, that is only what I heard. But in general, we're going to see what wants to come out. We got the sun, happiness and well-being. It's also masculine energy, the sun. It also can be like Leo energy, but it's the happiest card of the tarot deck is the sun. Sometimes people will sabotage their happiness as well, because they're like, no, nothing is this good to be true. Someone might feel like there's a connection that is just too good to be true, but someone's being asked to have trust. We have dealings or relationship with an older man, okay? Victory in some endeavor. Someone might behave stupidly here is what it says. That's the card that says that. You should accept valid criticism. Yeah, I'm used to that one. time to go out and have fun. All right. So somebody might literally criticize a connection, criticize you for having fun, criticize you for something, but it's time. It's time to get out and have fun. Honor and respect will come to you. I feel like it's because you're going to be living your best life and people are going to respect that about you. They're going to be like, you know what? I'm being shown a memory of when my daughter was small. We were all at the beach. Me, her father was still alive at the time. She was small. She was like 6 years old. And she saw this older man on roller skates skating around on the pavement. You know, had like a nice little walkway around the beach. And that's what they're showing me. They're showing me that memory, and she tugged me when the man went by on skate. He was really good too, by the way. He was a really good skater. And my daughter tugged on me, and I don't know where she ever thought this in her own mind because no one taught it to her. She's like, Mom, that man's too old to be skating. I said, what? Why would you say that? Look how great he's skating. I don't even know why, you know, because usually kids don't have those thoughts. Some of you might be older doing younger things is what I'm trying to get at. And you might have someone judge you for it, or kind of like trends. You know, some people like to keep up with the trends. You ever see somebody who dresses young, and then the young people are like, you're too old to wear that. If you're young, you might, I don't know if you relate or not, but I feel like there's some of you who are older who are going to be having a really good time and might get judged for it. Be like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this. Like, I don't know. Because we have what looks like could be an age difference. Maybe you're even going to align with somebody and there's some sort of age difference, and somebody's like, oh, well, you should be with someone your own age, you know. But we do have dealings or relationship with this says with a woman with a darker complexion or hair, but we have dealings of relationship with an older man. So I don't know. I just feel like if this is your reading, you might have some sort of judgment or criticism from somebody. And maybe somebody with Leo or August, I don't know, we have Wedge here, but I feel like somebody can be like a little critical, but maybe it's a person who's naive, right? A 20-year-old cannot really relate to a 50-year-old until they're 50, right? A 20-year-old sees through different lenses than a 50-year-old. Or I'm just giving an analogy. And I feel like it's like that. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be with your own group or class or and it's really a form of prejudice. It doesn't have to be a young person to an older person. It could go either way, but I do feel like it's a form of prejudice on someone's part because they don't have that vision. And then you have this vision of just like living your best life, just having fun, like having experiences. And who the hell cares, right? My life, I want to do what I want to do, but somebody might criticize you for doing something. Chain of events that could affect your life. Two-faced friend. Now, try not to let someone's criticism stop you, because Spirit just showed me some of you might have platforms or want to start a platform. And a lot of times before people do that, they will start with they'll start smaller, right? They'll start like I started on TikTok originally, just sort of putting music to videos and typing in, not speaking on the camera or anything like that. Well, I got criticism, right? I got criticism on my other channel. I mean, criticism happens. I get it, even on this channel. But if you get criticism for something you're doing, don't let it affect you, all right? Don't let it be a deal breaker. Don't let it stop your groove. Because it just looks like it's coming from somebody acting what it says here, behaving stupidly, meaning a lack of awareness. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. Let's pull 9 cards and see what we can get here. 9 cards. Also, pay attention to the red flags of people who criticize you. Take the good stuff. Like if somebody is criticizing you, like I'll get criticism where people say, just read the cards, don't tell your life stories. And then I'll get other people say, well, I only watch you for your life stories. Or some will say, I only watch you because you put me to sleep at night. Thing is, Spirit would be telling me, look, just be yourself, because you can't please everybody, but please yourself. Does that make sense? People will always say what they want to say. I also got, some of you may have children later in life, okay? All right. Spirits tell me. Okay. I'm going to say this. I don't know if my twin flames are in chat, but I do have twin flames in chat. And, you know, what if you guys did have children? And what if somebody did say something? I would just say STFU, right? That acronym. There's something that's coming in here. And I mean, I have a pregnant lady reverse. I have also this tarot reader here in the reverse. But I also have this Empress here. And it's like somebody, there might be some couples having children. Someone could be older in age. Someone might have something to say about it. I will remind those people, age doesn't make you die. When your time is up, that's what makes you go. So keep that in mind. People can live to be really old, and people can not live to be old. That shouldn't be a dividing factor, how 2 people decide to come together and live their life. It shouldn't matter to anyone else. So I know something is about to happen for some of you. It's, you know, it's meant to happen, and there's going to be some criticism about it. And for some of you, maybe it's like, you know, whatever you're doing for a living, you know, and somebody's like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that for a living. It's not good for you, you know, don't do that. Well, come and pay my bills then, right? That's what you might want to say. Well, if you don't want me doing this, then why don't you write me a check every month that covers my bills if you don't want me doing it. But whatever it is that someone's acting ignorant. And someone could be acting ignorant near a person that wants to come toward you, because I don't know what this is, but we have a 9 of Swords. There's a lot of thought here. And somebody can't help but think about something. Maybe even someone had a dream, but because this is someone who wakes up and, you know, someone could even look at a dream book or something like that. But it's somebody, I feel like someone could have a dream because somebody is stuck thinking here. But someone could be stuck thinking about, what will people say? Because this is the thing. Somebody's going to be saying, it won't last. Aquarius, it's not going to last, okay? If you're with someone older or younger, it ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. Well, unless these people who tell you that wrote your damn chart and they didn't, you did. You wrote your chart. So, I really won't worry about what anybody else has to say. Because whatever you wrote into your chart is about ready to happen, and it's going to trigger some ignorant-minded individuals who apparently do not respect your right to live your life with your free will. We got the Empress right here. We got the Empress. We got pregnant. And we got the Queen of Cups pregnant. But it's in the reverse. And the Queen of Cups is an older type of love. And somebody might be like, you're too old to have kids. I heard that. I was pregnant near 40. And I've heard it all. Trust me. I guess that's why God put me here to help people. Because I've just about been through everything. Haven't been through everything, but just about. Doesn't matter what these people say, Aquarius. Honey, it don't matter. Especially if you're going to have come to fruition what you wrote into your chart. Now, some of you, it's not, like I said, it's not, everyone is not going to be having a kid, but there's something about, you wrote this into your chart. You're about to do this, okay? Someone's going to have a lot to say about it, or just little snide remarks here and there from opinionated people. But the thing is, at the end of the day, only thing that needs to be asked is what I'm doing bringing me to my 10 of Cups, my 9 of Cups, my wish fulfillment? Because this is the 9 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. And that's the only thing you need to ask yourself. If I do this, will I be happier or not happier? That's it. Don't worry about what people say. It's your life. And if you're aligning with somebody, it's your life and their life. We have the Hermit in the reverse. Virgo energy. You might be seeing somebody you haven't seen in a while. Somebody might come around you haven't seen. I have Sagittarius, also Taurus here. The Tower and the reverse. And the 10 of Wands. Okay, so somebody stops caring what someone says or will say. Someone stops caring about someone's opinion, and they do it anyway. Because you know, this is the thing. You got approval of your ancestors. Because your ancestors are all on the other side, and they know it's written in your chart. So they're rooting for you. Your ancestors are rooting for you. They're like, yeah, Aquarius, do it, because we see it here in the Akashic Records. You're on the right path. Do it, do it, do it, do it. And I see you doing it. Death card here. That's the change. That's Pluto energy. Ace of Wands reverse. Heck with what they say. You're being rooted on by your ancestors to do this and to unadopt whatever these naysayers are. Something's going to be very clear to you in the future. Let's say you're an older person and you end up taking care of a child, procreating and having a child. Doesn't matter. Remember this reading. It's going to be very clear to you. If you're up in age and you have a child, it's going to be very clear that that is divinely sent. You know how hard it is for people to have children? Even young people are having problems with fertility. So first of all, if anybody gets pregnant up in age, know that it is a blessing. If you are granted or fostering or helping out family who have children, that is also a blessing, and it's being divinely guided. But it's not just about that. It's about something that you want to do. It's written in the Akashic Records. Somebody is going to have some sort of opinion about it. but your ancestors are rooting you on to do it. Tell me about that Knight of Wands in the reverse. And don't let anybody say, oh, it's not going to last, because damn it, this says it will. This says it will. It will last. It has what it takes to have endurance and to go the distance. And there's this Emperor energy. And here's the Moon card. The Emperor is the father, the spouse, the older person sometimes. Again, Judgment reverse and Five of Swords. Everything is coming out, Aquarius, to avoid the snide remarks. Avoid what people say. Even if you start a channel, okay, I was just guided to say this for someone who watches me. I'm going to say it. If you watch my video, you're going to know it's for you. Yes, my friend in the Carolinas, okay? I'll just say it like that. If you start your channel and somebody tells you that you cannot advise on that, you're not a doctor, don't listen to it. I don't think you will. And that's for everybody, but specifically Spirit told me to put that out there. It's that example of, you talking about, let's just say, narcissistic people, but you're not a doctor, so no, you can't talk about it. Don't worry about the remarks, is what Spirit's saying. You lost weight. This is how you did it, but you're not a nutritionist. Doesn't matter. It's your story, right? You're allowed to share your story. You're allowed to share your opinion. That's different. Telling your story is your story. Tell me about that Eight of Cups in the reverse. It landed on change. It really looks like somebody is hurting because they want to align, all right, with another thing or person. But they're stuck not aligning with a thing or a person. They're stuck in thought. And it seems like it has something to do with Aquarius here. And maybe an earth sign, King of Pentacles. Somebody could even be going through this and it's not you. Someone could even be like, I want to be with Aquarius, but the age difference. I want to be with Aquarius, but this, but that. Someone is really worried about what people would say. And there are going to be people who say stuff. So if anyone's wanting me to say, don't worry about it, nobody's going to say anything, no. This says there's going to be somebody who acts stupidly, but isn't there always? Isn't there always? For those of you who, because it's coming up strong for me, that somebody is worried about age, being too old, and there's something about that. That's what's coming up. So I'm being guided to say this. Look, I am nearly the same age my father was when he passed away. My grandfather passed away at 93, and not because he was old, because of a house fire. So, don't buy into that. It's a trap. It's a mind trap. For whoever needs to hear it, it's a mind trap. It's not true. Ten of Cups, yeah. You see this Ten of Cups and this Empress? Somebody knows exactly who they are happy with, or who they want to be with, or who they'd be happy with, or someone knows who they're already happy with. Shouldn't that be the deciding factor, happiness, and not public opinion? But there's somebody who is holding back, literally, but they're about ready not to. So maybe you're holding back from something you want to align with, or maybe someone is holding back from coming toward you, because I have a Hermit in reverse, and this is like seeing somebody you haven't seen in a while, probably a long while. That's why I say that. Someone is literally holding back because of judgment, worried about being judged. It's sad. Tell me about that Nine of Cups. These two people want to be together, and the world should be happy for them. And some of the people in the world will be, and some of the people will act stupidly. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Right here. You're going to be aligning with someone or something, and someone's going to have an opinion, but it looks like someone. And the Empress is in the reverse, and the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. And someone, I'm telling you, you and this person have good chemistry. Look at that chemistry set here. You and this person have good chemistry. Does that not count for something in this screwed up world? That you can vibe and get along with somebody? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about your differences. Who's this Hermit in the reverse? Who's this person that's going to be seen? You guys haven't seen each other. The Temperance and the reverse and the Tower. Okay. Whoever is holding back because of that. Literally just worried about judgment. Worried about a tower. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are people going to say? What are people going to say? I did the wrong thing. I had bad judgment. I'm desperate. What are people going to say? They're using you for money. You're using them for money. Really, that's what this is all about, guys. There's somebody who's holding back from aligning with their own happiness or person, literally because they don't want to deal with the responsibility of somebody saying some shit. Honestly, it doesn't look like you, because you look like you've raised your boundaries. You look like, or this is you, and you're like, I don't really care what you think. I'm standing in my truth. I'm standing in my power. If you don't like how I live my life, take yourself on down the road. But don't sit here and judge me for it. That's kind of how you're showing up. You're showing up, I really don't care what people think. I stopped caring what people think. 10 of Wands reverse, twice. You don't care what people think. So it looks like it might be someone else who cares what people think. Or you've been through it and you're over it. You're like, I'm done. I don't care what you guys think. I'm living my life. Can you say that? Can you say you're living your life the way you want? I'm living my life the way I want. Can you, I feel like that's where you're at. You've got your sword in hand. And you're really going to just cut through people who are saying stuff like that to you. You're going to call them out, in other words. You're going to take that sword and just sort of, you're going to cut through that energy real quick. You're not even going to tolerate it. Tell me about the Tower. The High Priestess. So strong energy. I had two cards that have tarot readers, and they both came out. For some of you, it's what you do for a living. You're going to go straight to hell, Aquarius, for reading that tarot. I heard it. I heard it from family members. Not, literally, I had to start when my family weren't here to judge me. Or dress, because now I'm being guided to how the person is dressed. Someone might even judge you. Like I said, you can't dress like that at your age. Watch me. Who is you? You ain't nobody. Who are you? Yeah. No. You're not going to fall for it. Or this person might be traditional, religious background. or not religious, but they just think that whatever you do is some form of sorcery. And somebody's saying, don't get with a tarot reader, you're getting with the devil. Don't get with this person, there's something going on here. And that's why someone's holding back. They're worried about what people are going to say. But you know what? Their world is crumbling because they're showing up 10 of Wands reverse. Like they're just going to have to get out of that energy, and whoever this is, or you get out of that energy of not really giving a darn. But with you showing up now, when you showed up as the Queen of Swords, I'm kind of thinking it might be someone external to you that you haven't seen for a while. And Six of Wands. And the other thing is, people are saying it's not going to last. It's not going to last. It ain't going to work out. Yeah, go ask the ancestors. Ancestors ain't saying that. Ancestors know that this is meant to happen. Yep. So I feel like the red flags now are people are cautioning a person who wants to come toward you. People are cautioning them. And so that person's in their own hell and their own misery because they're listening to other people. Tell me about that. Yeah, Tower. So that's what's collapsing. I knew it was collapsing. Literally, this is what is going to collapse for this person or for you. But I really feel like you're the one who's in your own truth and your boundaries are up. It looks like someone has been holding back from you and they really want to talk to you. They do. And they've been focusing on everything else but you. But they're really betraying themselves. They are. And they know if they don't change, and they know if they don't reach out to you, they're just going to be in more pain because they feel like you're the one for them. All right. Or you guys are just too close because it's a lover's type of connection. But it's all these people around this person or around you. And that's the reason why someone is not going forward with something at this time. But that's where the tower is happening. And then all of this just falls. It's just all going to crumble. How is it going to crumble? Is this person going to have like a mental breakdown, or what's happening? A fallout with somebody? Is this one, just one person is coming out of the tower? Yeah. It looks like Aquarius here and Three of Wands. You'll see in the future. I have Aquarius, Gemini, and Virgo right here. A strong Virgo, Gemini energy right here in the end, but it could be anybody. Also keep in mind Sun, Moon, Rising, right? It doesn't have to be a sun sign. But somebody drops whatever someone else is saying to them to just go be happy. Somebody stops listening to those who are acting stupidly to just go be happy. So I like that. So we're going to close out here. I want to thank you guys for being here. We're going to close out with an angel message, an angel number. Soul renovation. Shed the past, awaken to your truth. Your angels know that what you have been through, many trials and tribulations. Now is the time to put down the armor that helped you survive those trials and live freely. The door has opened to your new life. Damn it. So two people are really being guided to release that unfavorable opinion. Doesn't matter. People are always going to say something. You and another person are being guided to just shed the past and awaken to your truth. The truth is happiness. Anyway, guys, I love you. I'll see you in the next video, and namaste, my friends.